Hello, today we are going to look at how we can record sales tax using QuickBooks sales tax feature so that you will be able to generate a report on your tax liability and the likes. So very quickly, before you can go with sales tax, you need to enable. So we'll go to edit, go to preference. Though while you are setting up your quick company file, you might have already accepted that you are dealing in tax, but if you've not, you can come back here, then click on yes. So once you click on yes, you see here we have add sales tax item, then the most common sales tax item you want to use here. So click on add sales tax item. We need to create this tax item. Now click on that. It's already selected. As you can see, used to calculate a single sales tax at a specific rate that you pay to the single tax agency. So we might just call this sales tax, or in bracket output VAT, whichever terminology best suits you. So you can just describe it as sales tax. Then the rate here in Nigeria is 7.5. Then the agency is normally federal inland revenue, so we'll just put federal and revenue, depending on the location. Federal revenue, today's date. Okay, I think I just need that information alone, so I can just go ahead and click on OK. Now we've created the item, so I'll click on OK here. Now the item is created, so we need to, you see, it's already reflected here, sales tax output VAT. Okay, fine. Then this is just a code. You don't need to bother yourself about it. Taxable means tax, non-taxable means none, none means non-taxable, tax means taxable. Okay, that is understandable. Then when do you owe sales tax? As of invoice date, upon receipt of payment. As of invoice is the best. When do you pay? We pay monthly. Okay, once you click ahead, go ahead and click on OK. So there's a question here because I have already created some transactions. So they say make all existing customers taxable, make all existing non-inventory parts taxable. So I can just click on OK. I can easily edit that from the invoice. So QuickBooks will have to close all the windows in order to effect the changes we just made now. So we'll go back, click on home. Now you see from the home here, you see there is a manage sales tax. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a transaction, and we want to charge tax on that. So create invoice. Now before we create the invoice, let's quickly look at the sales tax liability. Okay, so clicking on vendor here, you can see we have sales tax. So you want to manage the sales tax, pay sales tax, adjust. So let's see if we already have a liability. Although this is the first time I'm creating it, so maybe there have been taxable sales. You see, there is no taxable sales. This is the total sales, 92,500, which is non-taxable because we just enabled the tax feature now. So it means we don't have any tax liability, so we are not paying, right? So okay, so let's go back. I just want to show us that. So let's say we sold to Yakubu Abdurrahman, and we sold, okay, let's say it's a service, and we charge VAT on the service we rendered just for the training purpose. So from here you can see the tax header, so you click on tax. If it is on non-tax, it means they will not charge any tax, but if it is on tax, you click on tax. So you can see 7.5%, 3,750 added to the 50,000. This customer is a tax. If it is not a taxable customer, you put it on not taxable, but whichever way. Today's date is 8th of April. So we just go ahead and save and close. So once we save, we'll go straight ahead to look at our report. You will just view your report now. I think I've closed it. The vendor, then sales tax, or you click on this manage sales tax. So let's look at our sales tax liability so far. Now the dates, you have to make sure the date is corresponding. This is 31st of March, or else you won't see that report. So I click on 8, so I refresh. Now after refreshing, you see the taxable sales is here, 50,000. This is the sales value, but this is the tax that was collected, which is correct. And if you want to also see another report on that, you can just go to company and financial, go to balance sheet standard. Now here there is a sales tax payable of 3750. Then you also go to your profit and loss to see the sales of 50,000 that you've recorded. QuickBooks training, which is today's date. You decide to take it to 8, only 8. See, we have QuickBooks 50,000, and the sales tax liability is already reflecting. So you can go ahead and pay. So go to sales tax here, then pay sales tax. Okay, once I click on sales tax, where am I paying from? I want to pay from this account. Then the date, check date, show sales tax due. You see, due through 31st. So I want to take it to, because it is in April, so let me just take it to 30th of April. So the check date. Okay. Okay, I just click on it and it came out. I was looking for a button to refresh. So now we have 3750, and from the bank we selected, which is this petty cash, we have a balance of 9,000 before. Now is the ending balance now is 5,250. So we can just go ahead and click on OK. Then we look at our report once again. Go to sales tax liability, refresh. We are left with the tax collected. Let's go back to the payment date. The payment date, sales tax, pay sales tax. The date, the check date is 8th of April, which is the same date as today. Okay, so this is tax we've collected for report purposes. But when you go to balance sheet and refresh, you see from balance sheet here that we no longer have any sales tax liability, which means we've settled and the petty cash has reduced to 5,250, right? So with this, I believe we now know how to use QuickBooks to treat our sales tax and generate the sales tax report.